Hey, hello, and welcome to Serfs Up, Serfs. It is time to talk about all things that concern us as serfs, i.e., slaves. But let's not be negative. This is why we're here to enjoy the conversation. And today we have special guests, including myself, because it's Father's Day, so that's why I'm doing the intro. But my friend Zerg and my other friend Luke,
Hey.
they're just friends.
Hey
That's all they
there.
are.
Happy Father's Day, fuckers.
Yeah,
Thank
to
you.
all you fathers out there.
Thank you.
Happy
Oh,
Father's
you
Day.
guys aren't talking to me? What the
Keep
fuck?
doing a good job.
No, don't you know you're not supposed to appreciate men? We can't be misogynistic, guys. Come on, we gotta just skip Father's Day this year. It's gotta be skipped.
That's a great
fuck
point,
men.
Logan.
Let's just skip it.
I-
We're bigoted. We're already bigoting, and we're not even a minute into the podcast. God damn it.
Bigoting. Not sure if that's a word, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know bigot could be turned into an adjective.
Well, it's a word now. You're welcome.
Bigoting.
But yeah,
So
yeah, go ahead.
we thought today we would talk about some strange and interesting, UFO information in the news lately. Zerg has uncovered some video that he's going to share with us, and actually Loop is going to share it with us, and we'll see what it's about.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Loop.
All right. Well, let's check this out, and then we'll pause and talk about it throughout. Yeah. You guys see the screen, all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's been a lot of weird stuff surrounding UFOs lately, so I really don't know what to make of it. But this happened. I didn't even hear about this. I actually had a friend send me this a couple days ago, and I was like, "What the hell?" Like, I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, we'll play it, and then we can kind of discuss, I suppose.
All right, let's check it out.
Yo, shout out to Unexplained Mysteries.
Hell yeah.
This Las Vegas man just uploaded the clearest images of the creature that allegedly landed in Vegas. For those unaware, on May 1st, Las Vegas police officers looked into reports of two mysterious objects allegedly falling from the sky. Moments after this happened, a family called officers and
How do we know the validity of this, Zerg?
It was all over the news. Like, there's news reports about it. There's police, like, it'll show police video of them. Yeah, you'll see. So, I mean, if it is a hoax, it's got multiple departments involved. It's got news stations in on it. You know, they hoaxed a lot of people.
Okay.
It's weird. I really don't know where I stand on this. Like, I don't know, just...
Well, I'll admit that I rarely watch news anymore, but I certainly didn't see it on the morning news programs that I watch, and I haven't seen it across my headlines that I read every day.
Yeah, you may not see it currently because this happened, I think it was the beginning of, or the end of May.
Yeah, it looks like up here on this like camera, it says, it looks like May 1st, maybe? I think that's what that says up there.
Oh yeah, maybe it was the beginning of May, because that looks like a 5.
Yeah, it looks like 05, 01, 2023 from the looks of it, I think.
Yeah, the video will give us the details, though.
Yeah, so like just a little over a month ago from the looks of it, but let's see.
Claimed to have seen something in their backyard that they described as not human. Based on body camera footage, an officer visited a residence on the night of April 30th to speak with a family who reported the sighting.
Or April 30th.
According to one of the family members, they had seen a big creature that was long and approximately 8 to 10 feet in height. The law enforcement officer informed the family that he was investigating their claims, as a fellow officer had witnessed an object in the sky that matched the family's description approximately 8 minutes beforehand. The officer candidly shared that one of their colleagues had also reported seeing an unidentified object fall from the sky, which piqued their curiosity. Now, dozens more photographs have been shared online.
Somebody got
allegedly showing the mistake.
Like, this photo looks insane. Like,
I know.
It
looks fake.
That video, that picture. Yeah, where did that picture come from?
Apparently, apparently this guy. So the homeowner, the homeowner like had his phone on him, and he has the automatic lights on his back porch, and it went off and illuminated this. So he took like a bunch of pictures with his camera really quick, and I guess this was the clearest one that he got.
With his iPhone or
I don't know.
Like, dude, if I actually saw this thing in person, I wouldn't be taking fucking pictures. I'd be, instead of clicking my camera, I'd be clicking my Glock. You know what I mean? Like, or I'd just be running. Like, I don't know.
Start an interplanetary war.
Yeah.
Against a vastly superior species.
Yeah, I know that.
It does look like the alien that you see in
Signs, kinda.
Signs, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, it's a little less green, more gray, but I can see the similarities that you mean. Yeah.
That thing is freaky looking.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
I definitely shit my pantaloons if I saw this in my backyard. But anyways, let's move on.
Mysterious creatures. As of right now, various residents have come forward with their own reports, backing up allegations that 2 mysterious creatures were seen running throughout the area. Oddly enough, this is where things take a strange turn, as some of the residents have come forward and said that the creature didn't appear human, and even described them as having the ability to go invisible.
What?
Now, a man who wishes to remain anonymous...
The problem, too, with this is, like, CGI and computer animation, even makeup,
well, and like, not to mention AI these days. What AI can do.
Good nowadays that a picture, even a video, really doesn't mean much because everything can be faked. So it's like, sure, we could be looking at an authentic alien, or we could just be looking at someone's art project.
Right.
But the opposite could be true too. I mean, the interesting thing to me is that when you shared this, I was like, how the fuck does media shut this down? Like,
yeah,
that media has full control on what you and I believe and don't believe.
Of course, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. With me, it's like, at this point, with how good AI is getting, and it's only getting better every day, it makes me wonder, like, what, if anything, you see online is real at this point. Like, anything on TV, anything online. So it's like, and then how long until we're eventually questioning what's right in front of our faces? Like, you've heard about the new Apple Vision Pro thing that's coming out. Like, it makes me wonder, it's like, are people going to get so used to wearing that they start to, like, see different things that aren't there? Maybe, I don't know. I just think that thing's fascinating.
Yeah, it's funny you mention that too, because there is a theory out there that we can talk about another time because it's not really that relevant, but it's called the dead internet theory. And it's kind of about that, how like most stuff out there is fake, like intentionally fake. But whatever, that's a topic for another time.
Yeah, anyways, we'll talk about the Vision Pro another time and how we think it's... I have a feeling it's going to be insane. Just I'll say one thing quickly is like, just think of how, like when the original iPhone came out, everyone's like, oh, that's way too expensive, I'm not going to get that. And then now everyone has an iPhone. That's all I'll say. Anyways, let's go.
Has said that he captured one of the creatures running through his backyard. He said that he heard noises coming from outside, and so decided to investigate. When he looked outside his window, he could see a large 8-foot-tall creature looking directly at him. His porch light turned on, which gave him a much better look at the creature, which he described as having olive-green skin and 2 large black eyes. He noted that he was able to take 5 photographs, but said that this was the best one. He said that if it wasn't for the outside light automatically turning on, then it's likely that he wouldn't have seen it. The man turned the brightness up on the photograph and said that you can see its thin skin along with its head and large black eyes. This is just the latest news to come from this mysterious event, and it seems that as each day goes on, more and more details are being revealed. Various other residents have come...
What's that?
The narrator has a perfect English accent, so I'm a little skeptical. Who hired this guy?
Good question. We'll have to see.
Forward and said that they witnessed something strange hit the ground, while others said that several days before this, a large silent craft was observed flying over the area. The declarations have been confirmed by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. According to the audio recordings that were taken directly from the officer, a man claimed to see a figure standing at 8 feet tall next to the object, while another figure with large eyes remained inside of it. Those who saw the object before it made contact with the ground said that it seemed to defy the laws of physics, moving with a smoothness and precision that surpassed any known aircraft. As it approached the ground, neighbors started to come outside of their houses, questioning what this object could have been. Since these reports have come out, speculation has run rampant among those living in the area, with theories ranging from a secret military experiment gone wrong to an advanced craft from another world. Oddly enough, since some of the details have been announced, it's caused those living in the area to say that this was no ordinary event. The wreckage contained materials unlike anything
safe
seen.
To say.
Yeah, no kidding.
What?
If this does happen to you every day, then, well, you have my sympathies, I guess.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough after a while.
You go a little bit insane. That's happening to you every day.
Damn it, Darlene, another UFO crash in the backyard.
Ah, god damn
I
it.
can hit the fence this time.
Now all the cows got out.
Before,
All the
and
coos.
the two large creatures that were seen have yet to be explained. As of right now, there's been a lot of discussion about mysterious aircrafts, and the discovery of a crashed unidentified object within the borders of the United States would undoubtedly be a watershed moment in human history.
Okay,
The implications
so
of such an event.
How is this different? Supposedly, something crashed in Roswell 50 years ago or 70 years ago, whatever the fuck it was. I mean,
Yeah,
how
but there
long are
wasn't
we
this
gonna...
much news coverage.
Does this guy only
Well,
show... Does this guy in this video
actually-
only show like 4 screenshots, the whole video, and just keep cycling through them and talking?
I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, he does.
That might be the case.
Yeah.
But Roswell at first was reported as a saucer crash, and then they came out and said no, it was just a balloon with some sort of weather.
Weather balloon?
Well, weather balloon, yeah.
Yeah, weather balloon. Yeah.
What is that word of the balloon that's used for weather? Oh, weather balloon.
Weather balloon. I took the words right out of your mouth. Let's see what else he has to say here.
Would be far-reaching, affecting not only the scientific community, but also the realms of technology, geopolitics, and even the fabric of society itself. First and foremost, the immediate response would likely involve a flurry of activity from various branches of the US government and its intelligence agencies. The crash site would be secured, and a team of experts...
Oh, dude, look at that. New screenshot.
...including scientists,
Yep.
engineers, and military personnel would be dispatched to investigate the wreckage. This team would work tirelessly to analyze the technology, materials...
No, definitely not.
How is it that aliens are always so bad at flying? Like,
right.
What kind of crazy space drugs are they doing that's like, oh shit, we're going down?
Well, just think of the stuff we can get here on Earth. Like, if we can get this fucked up on Earth, imagine what they have if they're that advanced. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, but like the way these objects move, it's like they defy like some of the things that people have seen. It defies the laws of physics as we know them. Like
it shouldn't
in
matter
relation
if you're
to
drunk.
Well, and like in relation to like thrust propulsion theories and stuff, like it can defy that because they accelerate instantly, and they can go from 0 to Mach 7 without hitting sonic booms, which for by our laws is impossible. We didn't think that could be possible. But yet there's videos of them doing it, and yet they crash into farmers' fields and shit.
This is the part. Yeah, they fly all the way across the universe and crash. I mean, I don't think it happens unless it's intentional. It's got to be intentional.
Yeah, either that or maybe the atmosphere messes with their systems or something. Like, who knows? I mean,
it's hard to say.
It's like a big tease. Like, oh, you throw a lure in the water and you don't hook your line up to it, and some fish comes and bites it, and he's like, "Whoa, I survived! I survived!"
No kidding.
The truth is, it's real. There is something out there, and you and I just can't see it on the regular.
That's why this type of stuff is endlessly fascinating, and even like. And that's why it sucks. Like, why do people have to do this type of shit for hoaxes? It'd be so much cooler if, like, our fellow humans could not be cunts and just, like, show, like, be actually honest about things, because then we could actually like learn things about this. But now anytime you see anything, you have a million questions in your head wondering like, okay, is this another bullshit story with the red circle and the red arrow pointing at it on the YouTube thumbnail, where it's like,
Yeah.
where
Clout is a hell of a drug.
yeah, it's like, dude, just fuck off. Like, get clout a different way. Don't fuck with this. Like, I really genuinely want to know if there, like, if any other life has ever come and been on our planet. But my problem is that, like, the thing that makes me skeptical about this is that alien just, you know, looks so like a generic, like very like run of the mill alien, like you see in all the media and stuff like that. Like all of, and when I say media, I mean like movies, you know, TV shows, stuff like that. They always look pretty much just like that. So then you're like, okay, is that actually how they look? Is there a reason we all think they look that way because like the first person that ever saw it reported it that way? Or is it just like someone's like, oh, somebody will believe this is an alien? Because sometimes I wonder, it's like, would they look humanoid? You know, I have a lot of questions, but anyways, let's see what else.
What is interesting though, because like somebody started, you know, portraying aliens the way they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about the endless potential for what an alien could look like from anywhere in the universe, you know, because obviously here on planet Earth, we're carbon-based life forms, so everything is derived off of the element carbon. But on another planet, it could be a potassium-based life form. It could be, you know,
right,
other elemental-based life forms, and they could look and operate completely differently than anything we'd ever expect. Like that's one of the great debates in, you know, in the astrophysicist community now is if we found life on another planet, would we even recognize it as life? You know, it could just look like a rock to us,
which is why
so differently.
Which is why some people think we're ruled by reptilians.
Well, and that's another reason too why I think it's like it's funny when people try to argue it's like they try and say this is the only planet with life on it. It's like, yeah, because this is like, we think, you know, you can only live based on carbon because that's all we know. But like look at the periodic table, and those are just elements that we know of, right? And those are the elements that, you know, we live off we're carbon based. So who's to say that? Yeah, who's to say there's not a, you know, CO2, like a, I don't know, in like any, like a copper based life form, or a, I don't know, obsidian, or something weird.
It's like a theist or an atheist going, oh, this world was made perfectly for us. Well, yeah, that's like a puddle looking around and going, I fit very well in this puddle, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, some people don't think it was made perfectly for us, which is the interesting thing. Some people think that human beings are poorly adapted to life on Earth.
Well, yeah, but
we get sunburnt easily.
You
know, we're relatively frail. You know, we break bones easily.
We die easily.
Well, the thing, like another question of mine too, is like, is that just the result of evolution? Because over the past, you know, couple hundred years, we've grown accustomed to having shelter. So, like, let's say we never invented like the concept of shelter, at least the way we know it now. Like maybe we stay in caves at night or something. But imagine if even we never did that, we just slept in the rain and let ourselves get wet like over years. Do you think we would have evolved differently to where now we would have been, you know, just as robust as any animal that's living outside every night? Like, you know, I sit there and I look at geese flying in the middle of winter, and they're like way up there in the air where it must be just negative like 20 at least, and and they're just flying, they're just fine. They've got like thin little feathers on them, but somehow they're good. You know what I mean?
They'll go sit in a frozen lake and just be having the time of their lives.
Exactly, where if we did that, we'd die within minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what makes me wonder is like, is it actually where Earth wasn't built for us? Or is it just that over time we've become so accustomed to shelter that our bodies have changed with that aspect to now there's no going back?
Yeah. Well, that is part of it for sure.
But if evolution was 100% true, then why didn't we adapt to live outside? You know, nobody gives us homes unless we fucking buy them. Jesus.
Yeah, but our ancestors were more adapted to living outside than we are, you know, thicker hair, you know, especially if you're going back all the way back to like Australopithecus.
Yeah, even the body hair.
Ancestor.
Body hair was way thicker too, like and more
But
persistent.
why didn't we keep going? Why didn't we grow more body hair?
Because
To live outside, because nobody made us a fucking home, and we're just gonna live outside.
Yeah.
well, exactly, and well, that's my thing is like if we never came into sort of this industrial age that we now know and are accustomed to, how different would things have been? If we didn't invent things like electricity. Electricity is the biggest thing, actually. Think of any time your power goes out, it makes you realize just how much you rely on electricity. So, like,
Dude, this
yeah.
is proof you're a serf, because Tesla got your electricity for free, and then the feds came in and said, "Nope, go away."
yeah, that's a whole nother story. But yeah,
Another conspiracy, but
just like cars running on water, it's in the same boat.
Right.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. You know what
let's
I mean?
keep going in the video though, and
Yeah.
just at least try and finish
Okay.
this.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Moving on.
The scientific community eagerly anticipate the findings from this investigation. The topic of mysterious aircrafts and advanced life has long been a subject of fascination and speculation. Many theories and claims suggest that the United States government possesses evidence of mysterious aircrafts and advanced encounters. That's one thing I wonder about too, when they said before, oh, we released all this aircraft, like this UFO stuff, when that happened, when the government released a bunch of footage about things. My question is, did they just release like random ass shit to deter us from the actual things that are going on? I don't know, just a thought.
Yes.
Just
is the answer.
Just a thought, but we'll keep going. We'll keep going.
Logan.
Oh, sorry.
The best way to own serfs is if they don't know you exist. So, yes,
True.
These entities are hiding. They are hiding.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Not anymore, they're not, I guess.
Yeah, one of them fucked up.
Maybe.
Let's see.
I hope.
If the government possesses evidence of this technology or encounters with ancient civilizations, they may fear that the advanced technology and capabilities must be pose a threat and other. Therefore, government may choose
the fucking government thinks so small. They think so small. It's just like about our little fucking rock that we live on, not about like what's out there. I hate it. Anyways.
Yeah.
Logan, I'm gonna change what you said slightly and say that the government is fucking controlled and told what to say to us, which may be the case,
Yeah, how about stop being, if that is the case, like, it's like, stop being pussies. Like, come on, like, this is, are we really going to live out our entire existence as humans just being scared little bitches, or are we going to actually, like, ask what's going on?
Yes, we are, because that's the best way to own a serf, is if you don't tell them anything. And that's what our government does to us. They're like, could be right, could be wrong. Is Biden, does he have any sort of intellectual capability? We're not sure, We don't know
I'm pretty
anything, and that's as intended.
Yeah. Yeah, well, anyways, we'll keep going.
It could challenge deeply rooted religious and philosophical beliefs. Governments may fear that such revelations could lead to social unrest, the erosion of public trust in institutions, and the destabilization of established society. In order to avoid potential chaos and maintain stability, government chooses to
Man, fuck stability.
Agreed.
If the government managed to reverse engineer this,
Pause.
Hmm?
I don't think governments care about maintaining power over other governments. I think they are told what to say. The best way to own people is if they don't even know you're there. And so our governments go, well, I don't know. We can't tell you what's going on because we don't know. Bullshit. They do know, but they can't tell us.
Because they're wimps, for lack of a better term. Like, it's just like, I don't get it. Like, I'll never understand why, as you know, all these governments in the world think so small. It's just about their little rock they live on, instead of, like, you know, the things that actually matter, like what the meaning of life is and stuff like that. It's like, you're not gonna take your fucking stupid rock with you when you die. So just relax, take a chill pill, and let's work together and stop fucking each other over so that we can actually advance and, like, see what's out there. Like, that's what I would love, but it's never gonna happen. At least not unless there's World War VII. You know, it's got to be it's got to have such an intense war that's going to skip over the other whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. The reason it's not going to happen is because you and I are stratified. We all are. Like, people who own, you know, companies are not going to tell you about what's going on. And we all hate each other because we're different people. And that's what keeps us stratified and at each other's throat.
Yeah, 100%. Well, and that's what's annoying too, is like, you know, there's got to be a better way to do things, but just nobody's willing to change. Like, everybody, you know, there's this whole thing now where it's all about, like, tradition and what's been traditionally done. Like, fuck tradition. I'm sick of taxes. They're getting ridiculous. I'm sick of it. You know, anyways, stuff like that. You know, that's just one example. We could go on about it all day, but I'll keep going.
And advanced life.
I agree.
It is possible that the government itself may not have a comprehensive understanding of these aircrafts. The phenomenon may present challenges that defy current scientific knowledge and technological capabilities. In such cases, the government may prefer to keep the information hidden until it can be better understood and studied. The fear of releasing incomplete or inaccurate information could lead to the decision to withhold evidence.
There's already oodles of inaccurate information out there, by the way.
The disclosure of this information could potentially trigger widespread panic and fear among the public. The unknown and unfamiliar nature of advanced beings could create a sense of uncertainty and vulnerability. Governments may be concerned that mass hysteria and irrational behavior could ensue, leading to social disruption.
Then let it.
In an effort to maintain order and prevent public panic, they may choose to keep such information under wraps. The revelation of this news could have significant economic implications. Industries and sectors that rely on conventional technology and resources may face disruption or obsolescence in the face of advanced technology. The government may seek to protect vested interests and prevent economic upheaval by keeping evidence concealed. So, what do you make of this strange event? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comments.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah. It is weird. I just don't know. What's funny to me is, like, you know, for decades, people have clamored, like, oh, why doesn't the government reveal more information about UFOs and the documents? We know they know about them. We know they're hiding stuff. And nowadays, they are. They're declassifying a lot of formerly classified documents. You know, there's tons of whistleblowers that have come out and testified to, you know, seeing UFOs and aerial phenomenons. And now all the people that were clamoring for it are now like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
This is a psyop.
Yeah.
Because there is something fishy about it.
Zach, in the paranormal world, there's a thing called disclosure. Like, why doesn't the aliens just land on the White House lawn? But the truth is, I think it's intentional that we don't know who's out there.
My theory is
why would they divulge themselves?
Well, my theory is that, yeah, they don't care about the White House. They know they're fucking retards running that place, honestly. So it's like, like they don't care about that. They just want to study, like, random shit like cows. Like, why is it always people talk about that aliens want to study cows? Like, they're probing cows and just, like, what is it, Skinwalker Ranch? like I have my theory is with that, like that it's a lot of it is with that it has to do with aliens. Like they see these skinwalkers, but I don't know. I wonder more if those are extraterrestrial sort of beings that have come from another world that are here, because they, like, what better way to disguise yourself than to look exactly like a human? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
or kind of like a human.
right, or like what they perceive it as, right? So it's like picture we're sitting there, like, let's say we're studying ants. If we're looking at an ant, we're gonna be like, okay, these ants generally kind of walk around and like they do things a lot different than us. Like they're really strong comparatively. They can lift a whole blade of grass and carry it back to their anthill. So that they can probably pick up on sort of like the general way that we go about life and the general way that we look. But I don't think they can. Maybe they don't have that sort of technology to properly replicate exactly how a human acts and looks. So that's why it's so uncanny when people talk about the Skinwalker Ranch and the different, creatures that have been allegedly seen there, because maybe they're not able to exactly replicate what we do and what we are. But they're trying. That's the point. They're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah.
I think you're right. That's the right analogy about ants. But I somehow think that we've been so fucked with that we are that surf species who has been genetically modified, and we are so fucked because of, who created a virus, a V word? Who created the V word to fix the virus? Both, I think. This is bullshit. We're being controlled and manipulated by the notion that we're going to die. And so it feels like somehow we are manipulated. Unlike the ants are just, we're observing them going,
Logan, do you think we can watch like a news channel on this without getting hit by copyright strike?
Shit, I don't know. If we did, we'd have to talk a lot to not get copyright strike, because then it falls under fair use because we'd be reacting to it.
Yeah. Well, I just posted another link related to this same story, which is pretty interesting, Dad. Goon, you'll like it.
It's all good.
It's Father's Day, so thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's like when you accidentally call your teacher mom. I don't know why that's been on my mind.
You call your teacher? Wait, I never did that.
I've done that. I think everybody's done that, and if you haven't, you're lying.
I don't. Well, I just don't remember doing it. Maybe, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Do you remember lying to my face right now?
No, because you're not here. We're talking over Discord.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Anyways, okay. So
you'll be interested in this, I think.
We'll pull this up, but I'll have to try to, like, we gotta be like reacting to it. Otherwise, YouTube's such a bitch with copyright. But yeah, here we go.
It was the streak seen across the sky, now seen around the world. This, as our 8 News Now investigators confirm Metro actually set up cameras at this home where a family called 911 claiming to see aliens in their backyard. And tonight,
Dude, that freaking streak looks... I mean, it could be just an asteroid, right?
I know it could be. Damn it, I was muted just now. That's exactly what I was saying, though. So yeah, it could be an asteroid or meteor or something, but could be something more, too. Like a frozen ship ball from a plane.
Yeah, I mean, remember when I was talking to you guys about when we had that crazy storm here where I live, and I saw that, like, blue light go off in the sky? I talked to one of my friends who's a weather person, and he was saying that is a phenomena that can occur, which means I can't remember exactly how he said it, but essentially the way that the lightning, I think, reacts with the atmosphere can sometimes give off a different glow when it hits certain objects on the Earth's surface. So that might have, I was sitting there freaking out, like, why was that like a fucking teal colored lightning? You don't see it like that. And he's like, nah, that can happen. So sort of, I think we talked about that in a previous podcast, but I just wanted to mention that.
Well, I haven't seen it myself, so I'm going to call it fake news.
Yeah, fair. I do have the video. Fuck, I need to go edit that down and see if I can find it. Maybe I can pull it up for next podcast. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Anyways, okay, let's see what else they have to say here.
And tonight, a fierce debate is underway about the legitimacy of an alleged UFO crash. Good evening, I'm Janice Valdez.
Yeah, so like this is on the news channel,
investigators were reporting about terrified
which is
members of a local
not something you would have
family
seen 10
who told
years
police
ago.
they had
Right.
aliens in their backyard. Chief Investigator George Knapp. here
Wait
to
till you
piece
see
it
who
all
else is
together.
here.
You know,
George
as with all
Knapp.
things UFO,
Oh, everybody loves George Knapp, dude. Everybody loves this guy. Look at that beautiful man.
the
He
public
is
debate is
beautiful. I
ferocious
love
and
George
ongoing.
Knapp.
Was it all a hoax? Were we duped? Was it all an evil plot, a cover-up? All of the
I
above.
love him.
We took another look at the hubbub to separate wheat from chaff. The fireball
Yeah, like, this is
captured on a
literally
police
his
body
backyard.
cam on the night of April.
Not literally,
Dude,
but he lives
Look at
in
that. Hang on, I can play that slower. Hang on. Let me go here and turn down the volume so it doesn't sound all weird, but I want to see that in slow-mo, sorry. So look at that thing flying behind him.
Yeah, this is from the police camera, the body cam footage, and it just happens right behind him.
Yeah, right over there. Yeah.
Whoa.
I will say though, I have seen something similar to that before.
Yeah.
And it
Where?
could just be a meteorite. So I was up at I won't use names, but when I was
What?
living, well, I can't use names on the freaking when we're on the
Oh,
podcast.
right. Of course.
But when I was up at a certain person's house where I used to live when I first moved away from home back in the day, after
Yep.
like graduating high school, and I was staying with a
Were
friend.
you in a different state?
Yes,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I was living out there, and they had a they had a camper, and so I was living in there for a bit.
Oh, I know
while
what you're
looking
talking
for
about. Okay.
apartments.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Of
like
course.
one night it was middle of the night, and I walked out of the camper because I had to pee, and I thought about going all the way inside, but I was like, I'll just pee out here. So I walked further into the backyard, and I'm looking up over the valley out behind their house, and as I'm peeing, I see this blue, like it looked exactly like that, where it came in directly towards where the city was, and it flashed and like lit up all bright, and I was like staring at it like, am I really seeing this? Am I dreaming? Is this just the most vivid dream I've ever had?
Yeah.
And then it just like disappeared into the horizon, and never heard anything more from it, but that was always kind of interesting. I think it was just a meteorite, but
It's always interesting too, because like
it was that same exact color though. It was blue like that.
yeah, and the
So-
Did it move directly?
yeah, the way like
No,
I think it
It
has to
just
do
came straight down.
it has to do with the like something of how it reacts to the atmosphere, right? Like that's what makes it give that bluish greenish color.
Yeah, and I'm sure it depends on what the object is made of, what materials it's made of. Like different materials can burn different colors.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
Okay.
what is that? There's a gas that burns invisible. What is it?
Xenon.
Is it xenon?
I don't know. I'm
Oh.
just throwing out names.
Just throwing out an element.
No, they used to use it in like NASCAR and like those really fast
Oh.
cars. But they stopped using it because when it catches on fire, you can't see the fire. Like there's a video out there where it shows a bunch of guys like on a racetrack just flailing around all over the place, and you're like, what the heck is wrong with them? And then it
No
explains that
kidding.
the flames are invisible and you can't actually see them, so they're just feeling this burning and they're freaking out.
I think it's alcohol.
Dude, that would be the freaky. Yeah, because when alcohol burns, it makes a flame. Like
Yeah.
look at 151 rum. If you take that and pull out a match and spit a mouthful, it makes a big old flame. I know that from a friend. I never did that myself, of course. Just kidding. I totally have. It was fun. But no, so I mean that's alcohol. So that makes a flame. I don't know. Anyways, let's see what else they say here real quick.
Oh, it's hydrogen.
Hydra what?
Hydrogen.
Oh.
Or wait. No, maybe not, actually. Just play the video.
Okay.
And on the night of April 30th was real. The American Meteor Society says witnesses reported seeing it all across the West, from northeastern Utah to Southern California. Another Las Vegas resident sent us a video of the same object recorded on her home camera.
Investigation by Nexstar station KLAS.
As the story of
Dude, I need to get one. Like when I buy a house, I'm getting so many cameras all over the place because just in case some shit like this happens, I want to have proof.
the Las Vegas incident spread across newscasts and social media, one of NASA's planetary defense officers weighed in to say it was likely a small meteor that fell to Earth hundreds of miles away from Las Vegas. Police videos obtained by 8 News Now indicate Metro officers were among the witnesses.
One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious.
The appearance of the meteor seemingly triggered the events that followed. A frightened family called 911 and told police they had 10-foot-tall alien beings in their backyard.
These cops are probably thinking they were on fucking all kinds of drugs. When they heard that, they're like walking in like, okay, we're doing a drug bust, and then the people are talking normal. They're like, what the hell?
Officers responded to the home minutes later, interviewed the witnesses, canvassed the area, and cautiously inspected the backyard to look for intruders. One thing noticed by the officers was a circle in the soil. In conversations with us and in a podcast interview, Angel, the main witness, suggested the circle might have been created when an unknown object landed in the yard. Social media.
A circle.
I gotta say,
like that. I don't buy the circle vibe. Like that just looks like tire tracks.
Yeah, no, that was actually proven to have, the circle's been there for a long time. Like people looked back on Google Earth and it's been there a long time, so it wasn't from a craft.
Okay.
I do have to say though, the fact that George Knapp is on this broadcast is very, very supportive of this insanity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and like too, like, you know, if an alien was flying in, I wouldn't think they'd land somewhere that looks, you know, if you were flying in here and you didn't know Earth, you would think this looks populated. You wouldn't land right here, right in the middle of this frame. No, you just wouldn't. You'd land way out in a field and come, at least I would think. I mean, I don't know how they think, if they are here at all, but yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, no, it would make sense though to
They were here long
avoid
before
populated areas.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you don't want to be seen, you're not going to land in the middle of it. That's why, you know, they're never reported, to my knowledge, showing up in the city, right? So, let's see.
Media sleuths have since pointed out that the circular image has been viewable via Google Earth for more than a year. The family told us by phone they had seen suspicious vehicles with men in black types checking out their home. Turns out there is substance to that. A retired police officer fessed up on News Nation that he spent days staking out the house to see what, if anything, unfolded. What about those reports that Metro installed a special surveillance camera atop the house, presumably to watch for intruders, human or otherwise, or overzealous media? Turns out that's true as well. Metro confirmed as much in a statement to 8 News Now's David Charnes. The system stayed on the roof for days. What about the Ring camera video with the weird noise?
God, what the... isn't technology supposed to be getting better? What is this quality of this video? Looks like Minecraft. Anyways, sorry. The only reason I pause so much and talk is because if we don't, we're going to get copyright strike and the thing will get taken down because YouTube's like that. But anyways, here we go.
Don't want that.
No.
The main witness, Angel, intimated to us.
You may want to replay that. Freaking...
Yeah, let's go back. You're right. Here, let's let that play.
Do you hear that noise?
Yeah.
It sounded like something was going down.
Here, we'll stay silent. I'll turn up the volume here so people can hear.
Now's David Charnes. The system stayed on the roof for days. What about the Ring camera video with the weird noise? The main witness, Angel.
They played that so fast. I was like, can you give it a little more time?
Yeah,
and he was
just sounded like a whistling noise almost.
When he was talking over half of it. Anyways.
I know.
Intimated to us, the video was recorded by one of his neighbors, and the audio was from the April 30th UFO crash. It wasn't. The security camera video was recorded in mid-April, according to the man who first posted the clip. He doesn't want his name used, but says the recording was from a fireball that passed over his home in the southwestern part of the valley 2 weeks prior to the alleged alien encounter.
I
The
know.
family declined to be interviewed by us, but members have spoken elsewhere and stick to their claims of seeing aliens in the backyard. Dozens of people on social media have analyzed and dissected the images with various claims of aliens spotted in the shadows. Police do not believe this was a hoax call, which could be a crime if done intentionally. In the fervid swamp known as UFO world, our coverage of the story was itself seen as a dastardly plot to distract attention away from a prominent whistleblower named David Grush, who stepped...
The way they edit this is so fast-paced to where, like, you can't retain any of the information very well. They're just, like, throwing it at you like rapid fire.
George Knapp calls it a fervid swamp, which is very true. Like, you have no idea what the truth is in this shit.
No.
You know?
It's fascinating to look at, though, that's for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
All you can do is speculate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see if they say anything else.
Around the same time, Grush unveiled his explosive on-camera account on News Nation, which is owned by the parent company of KLAS.
Grush
In
is
spite
the
of
guy
the local
who-
news story, Grush's story was reported by news media all over the world. Curses foiled again.
All right. So,
Foiled again? What the fuck?
What do you make of this whistleblower, David Grush?
He first reached out to me about a year ago. We've been in contact ever since. He's the real deal. I mean, he had a distinguished career in the Air Force. Then he went to work for a three-letter agency you probably haven't heard of,
I
the
love
NGA,
George
which
Knapp.
basically tracks
I love that
everything
guy.
in space, in the air, in the ocean, under the ocean, on land. They keep tracks of everything. He has the highest security clearances in our government, and in that capacity, he interacted with something like 2,000 SAP, Special Access Programs, and he learned along the way that we're reverse engineering crash.
Yeah, see, these are the videos I was talking about, though, where it's like they released these ones where it showed, like, from a fighter pilot's camera what was going on. And those are the ones where I'm like, did they just release part of it and lead us to believe that they released all of it, even though, like, they could have shown something where they were chasing a bird in the sky, for all we know. Like a literal bird, not like a bird, like, you know, some people call a bird a plane.
Yeah.
But,
well, it may just be B-roll for the news, too.
yeah. Exactly. I know. I was just referring to that because of like when everybody made a big deal about, like, oh my God, the government has sudden. It was when Trump was in office, I think, and they were like, the government has released all of these previously classified files about extraterrestrial possible UFO life that they've captured, and it makes me wonder, it's like, is that really the whole story, or did, because you can't trust these guys. Did they really release the whole thing, or is it like they're just putting that out so that we think they're trustworthy all of a sudden? It's like a PR stunt, when in the month of June, when a company that clearly doesn't give a fuck about anything other than money suddenly turns their things rainbow colored, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. What's interesting to me is how a lot of these stories that come out seem to substantiate the claims of, like, Bob Lazar and other people like him. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
And, like, I like Bob Lazar. I think he's honest. But, I mean, the claims he's made are extraordinary, and you have to take them as such.
Yeah. 100%.
And but, like, I don't know about the David Rush guy. I haven't really heard of him before, but I know other whistleblowers that have came out that, say things similarly to things that Bob Lazar has been saying for decades.
I heard a couple things over the last week about, I think it's Grush, Grusch or something like that. But yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about, and that's the thing about secrecy, is that we will never know for sure, because we are what serfs.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
you fall down a well. That's what it sounded like. Hello. It just faded out into the distance. Little Jimmy's trapped in a well.
Anyways,
come on, Lassie.
Let's finish this out and see what else they say here.
Flying saucers, and he's been telling that to Congress under oath behind closed doors, and I think they'll probably bring them back. So it's a pretty intriguing story. A lot like what we've been hearing about out in the Nevada desert for a long time.
Right. Of all the stories you've done over decades and decades, this one has really gone worldwide.
The backyard alien?
Yes.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy how much email we get, you know. We're not done with it. We'll see where it goes.
I was going to say, this is not the last of that story.
No.
All right, George, thanks for that. Now let's...
Oh, that was it. Okay. Not much else to add there. But
I love George Knapp. I love him.
Yeah, I wonder if he's talked about it on Coast to Coast too recently.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been listening to Coast much, but I'm going to check and see.
I know I'm always looking for good podcasts to listen to while at work. And that's what's a lot of times I listen to these podcasts when I'm at work, and it inspires me and gives me ideas for this one, which is cool. Random thought.
No. But yeah, it's just crazy to me how this is everywhere all of a sudden. And it does, you know, I don't know, there is a component to it of like, okay, maybe this is, you know, being released to cover for something else, because that always happens. And there is an election coming up next year, so
yeah, and who knows what, like, oh my god, I'm nervous for the election, because last time we had an election was what, 22? Was it 20?
20. It's every year divisible by 4.
Okay. So
same as the Olympics.
Dude, that makes me fucking nervous. Like, that last time we had an election, shit was hitting the fan, and
you should just make an alien the president. Like, they gotta be better than us.
You could make a fucking potato a president, and it'd be better than any of the few we've had in, like, the last 5 presidents we've had might as well have been a fucking duck. Like, they're all idiots. Like, people try to say, like, oh, Trump is this, oh, Biden is this. No, they're all idiots. Do you not see this? They're hiring senile people that are in their 70s. Why are all the presidents fucking old men?
Because you can control them easier when they're old.
There should be an age cutoff for presidency. Just like there's an age requirement. You have to be 35.
I think 35 to 60 should be the gap.
Yeah, or like 35 to maybe 65.
Maybe
By
65,
the way, it's methanol that burns invisible.
A methanol, okay.
Or technically it burns a pale blue flame that is nearly invisible in daylight.
Yeah.
And it doesn't produce smoke.
Yeah, so at night you definitely see it. So if it has,
in the middle of the day.
So if like something is on fire with that element that otherwise, like, so if, I don't know, I just picture, like, you know, if even if
look up methanol fire, there's videos of it.
Okay. I'm just thinking, like, if I lit my shirt on fire, for example, like maybe the methanol isn't producing smoke, but my shirt probably would when it's burning, right?
Yeah. Like, once the methanol burns off and your shirt starts burning, then yeah.
Yeah, so even from this YouTube short, I'm sure we could give you a quick example here. Let's see.
Whoa, don't get too close. There's a fire right here. It's an invisible fire, and you can't see it, but watch this.
Yeah, you can see
this isn't a magic trick.
Rippling.
Check this out.
Yeah, look at that.
That is invisible fire. This is methanol, and during the day it burns with an invisible flame, but dim the lights a little
holds
bit.
it over the fire. This is methanol.
With a very pale blue flame.
So at night you could see it, but during the day, if you're at a race car track.
For obvious reasons. For example, some race cars use methanol as a fuel, and one time a race car caught on fire, and the driver hopped out of the race car, waving his arms around, and he was on fire, but everyone thought he was just celebrating or something, so it took them a while to put him out.
You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby! I'm on fire! Help me, Tom Cruise!
Tom Cruise will help you, dude. Don't worry. He's always got your back if you're on fire. But yeah, dude, that would be insane. Well, because like even when he lit that piece of paper on fire there, and it didn't look like it was smoking.
Yeah, it started to.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah, methanol. Be careful of that.
Yeah. No kidding. And obviously, I'm assuming they don't use that for gas anymore. Does anybody? I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if they still use it for race cars or not, but I can't imagine they would.
That's fascinating, though. There's like so many things like that I'll see a video like that, and I'm wondering to myself, how did I not know about that before? Like, how is that? You know, because it's a thing that's always been there. It's not like we just invented methanol. So it kind of blows my mind when it's like you see something and you just are astounded that you haven't known about it already.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me think about, like, with all these alien sightings and things like that. I'll admit, before this podcast today, I didn't know about this story that you guys told me about. So
yeah, I didn't know about it until my friend sent it to me. I was like, holy crap, how did I miss this?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach knew most about it.
Yeah, it's nuts. I don't even know, like, how would you guys actually react, like, if you saw something like that in your yard, let's say, or you open your blinds at night to go out and let the dog out, let's just say. What would be your first move?
Grab a gun.
Fuck you. Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn, you whippersnapper. I'm sick of ye coming into my country and these illegals.
Illegal I don't know, though. Like, I can imagine that'd be a very scary experience, I guess. Like, but I don't know if, like, I don't know what I would do, honestly. Like, if I was outside and I saw it just, like, standing in the corner, I'd probably just freeze and, like, stare at it and maybe, like, try and, like, wave and convey that I didn't mean it any harm.
Yeah, honestly, well, because it
didn't, like, tear me limb from limb.
Yeah, and if you're standing out there, like, let's just say you're going out to your yard just to frickin', I don't know, maybe the sprinkler's on and it's not aiming the right way, and you go out to aim it the right way, and you turn around, all you're wearing is t-shirt and shorts. There's nothing in your pockets. You just got clothes on. I think I would react the same way. Just stare at it and be like, hey, please don't fucking kill me. Like, I'm just gonna
like, because they're intelligent, obviously, so, like, you gotta figure that, if you don't try to hurt it, it may not try to hurt you.
Right.
Unless they, like, eat humans or something.
Yeah, which maybe they do, but
Yeah.
I think you're missing the biggest point. They have hidden from us our entire lives. Have you seen one? No, I haven't. So they've hidden intentionally, and they aren't going to divulge themselves.
Well, and why? I mean, why would they? What do they have to gain from that? You know what I mean?
Correct. Because,
well, if they're genuinely a curious species, then maybe they want to just say what's up, see how we react.
Yeah, and, like, if they had an interaction like that, it makes you wonder, like, if it, like you said, Zerg, if they saw you in your yard and you just waved at them, they'd probably be like, okay, well, that one just said hello. It's almost like if you go up to a dog that seems aggressive, but then you just sit there and be like, hey, dog, like, you want a treat? And it comes over and eats the treat, and then suddenly you're petting it. So maybe they're thinking of it the same way. Like, think of how we approach a dog. Like, if you don't know a dog and you see it out somewhere, at first you're not gonna probably do much. You're gonna wait to see how the dog reacts to you, and then you're gonna react based on that. So if the alien's just out there staring at you, it's not running at you, it's not pointing a laser gun at you.
Yeah, but,
so initially I think I'd just freeze, like Zerg said.
But no dog has ever seen somebody manifest themselves, like, out of the blue.
How do you know? Do you know all dogs?
Yeah. Are you all knowing?
Exactly.
Are you an overlord?
Yes, I might be. Okay, Zach won that argument. He's right, but
yeah, there's a lot of things that I just don't know, dude. I don't know.
But, like, they don't seem to be overtly hostile most of the time.
No, I mean, it's not like
it seemed like these ones, like, if this story was true, the one we just watched, it didn't seem like these things were trying to hurt those people. Like, it seems like they crashed. They're probably freaking out. They're like, oh shit, my dad's gonna kill me. I just stole his new UFO 3800. My dad's gonna kill me. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah,
and
that's what
whatever. That's the other one's name is
like, good chunk, we gotta go.
Yeah, so they were probably just freaking out. Like, dude, my dad's gonna kill me, crash his ride. we got to get out of here, hiding in these people's backyard. And, oh shit, the light turned on, I'm out of here.
Yeah. And then the guy just happened to capture him thinking, this thing's going to murder everything. Like, that's... Yeah. And then now that alien teenager is back on his planet just getting scolded like a motherfucker. Like, he's grounded for years, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because
probably.
It's like if...
So, you just about blew our entire secret to these species of hairless apes. And
dude, imagine how long
was very upset with you.
Imagine how long Joe Biden's son is grounded for in that case.
Oh, Hunter? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's out of the grounded stage now. But I don't know. I was making a joke. It was a bad joke, but I made one.
Don't try it again.
Okay. I'm not one for jokes. Neither is the rest of the world. They hate jokes.
Yeah.
Nobody likes comedy these days, but fuck you.
Yeah, it's just weird how all of this is coming out so suddenly, though, with the UFOs thing.
Mm-hmm.
And how they're seemingly very forthcoming with information after decades of complete denial.
Well, that's what seems suspicious is why all of a sudden are they just now deciding to be like, now we're being transparent, guys. Yeah.
Well, like Obama
is a great point.
Yeah, Obama was the first president to actually acknowledge the existence of Area 51.
Yes,
up until him, all the other presidents had denied its existence.
Yep.
Well, then why then? It's like I don't think it's a mistake, the timing of these things. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason everything happens when it happens.
Yeah, and play devil's advocate and give them the most charitable interpretation possible. It could be because, the state of technology that we have, right? There's a camera on every street corner. Everyone's got one in their pocket. They may have realized that there's no keeping this under wraps anymore. Like someone's going to film one at some point. Someone's going to get a video or see an alien in their backyard. And if we're still denying it, then that's just going to make us look out of touch, incompetent. Like, oh, our own government didn't know about these things? They must be even stupider than we all think they are.
Well, and even think about things too, like drones. Like for a while, it was only the government that was able to have those, and now, like, you can just go out and get one. You get probably like $1,000. You can get a really good drone that will. It's like you look at this. Like, I have a drone myself, and it feels like a superpower. I can go out and fly that thing, and it feels like I'm like I literally get the feeling every time I fly it, thinking like I shouldn't be allowed to do this, but yet here I am. Like, I can just go fly this somewhere and see things. And when that's in the hands of people that want to do something sketchy, they're going to find a way to do it. I mean, I'm sure they have like EMPs or something, or like some sort of defense around Area 51. But how long till eventually that's not a thing? It's like,
Yeah, I wonder if anyone has tried to fly a drone in there.
I'm sure somebody has. There's no way that nobody's tried that.
I'm sure they'd shoot it down on sight.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like, so if I flew my drone in there, it's streaming the video back to my device. So, like, if the drone gets shot down there, it doesn't get rid of the footage that I got. It only kills the drone itself. So,
you know how they were going to do that?
You could do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how like they were people were planning to do that storm Area 51 thing a couple years ago?
I remember.
That's what they should do instead, is everyone buy a drone and we'll all fly them in there at the same time.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
They can't shoot down them all.
Well, and that's the thing, like, all the footage gets streamed back, so cool, by the time they shoot down them all, we have every single part of at least the outside of that facility mapped out. Like, you can see everything.
Just imagine like the Area 51 employees are like out on a coffee break and they just hear Fortunate Son start playing in the distance and 1 million drones just come soaring over the horizon.
Dude,
that's the way to do it.
I swear, like, we all love these. Why do we love all these action adventure movies where it's like people are just going, like, think of things like what's a good example?
That, or you could even get like remote control cars and just like put an old phone on them.
Why not both? Why not both, dude? The drones and the cars going in.
Yeah.
what the fuck are they gonna do? They're fucked. Like, all that information is getting out. Like, sure, I'm sure most of it, you know, as far as like the really deep secrets are probably kept literally underground. But if you have that many people going in, it's the same thing. It's like, if everybody on the road was just driving like a maniac and speeding, what the fuck are the cops gonna do? Even it makes me think back to when there was a tornado in my area one time, and I had to get home from work to make sure everybody was safe. It's so, like, when I went out on the road during that, though, everybody was speeding. I'm talking like, in a 45, I was going like 80, and so was everybody else. And I passed by a cop. He didn't do a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Because what was he gonna do? Pull everybody over? No, you're fucked. Like, there's no point at that point. So
yeah.
If you have 1,000 drones and 1,000 remote control cars driving into fucking Area 51 trying to be like, okay, what the fuck is up with this? We want to know once and for all. Why can't we have more once and for all type of things like that, where it's like, okay, screw that. That's why I loved that Storm Area 51 thing, because even though it was kind of a meme, it really wasn't in a lot of ways. But
well, a bunch of people actually went.
Yeah, I kind of wish I did.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're about an hour and 5 minutes in here, so I think we're gonna end the podcast here. Do you guys have anything to say? Closing thoughts? What do you think?
Aliens are real.
They always have been.
Yeah, I just don't know if these aliens are real.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
The paranormal is real, so deal with it, fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is a lot of stuff out there that we haven't even begun to unravel the mysteries of.
And we won't in our lifetime, but we'll just try to revel in these moments where we get a little taste.
Yes, are you fucking kidding, Logan? We will. Luke, sorry.
It's okay.
We will. We will unravel this shit and figure this out.
Just like the government is unraveling our assholes right now. As we speak.
I don't know you, but I love you.
I love you too. Happy Father's Day, everybody out there listening. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good one, y'all.
Goodbye.